Hey there everyone, this is Mystic Fish and welcome to episode 22 of our Factorio playthrough where we are building a Megabase Basecamp. Last episode we extended our rail system out over here and cleared a bunch of biters in order to get access to this big old pot o' iron over here. And so we are, I think, in the process of getting ready to set up the outpost, but I think we probably don't have enough miners for covering this entire thing. So I think what I want to do here is I just want to lay out what we need for the outpost here. And then we'll come back, we'll have to go get some stuff from the base, and then we'll come back and put it all in. So let's get started with covering things up this way. Oh, let's see. No, turn your business off. I'm not ready for your stuff yet. I guess we'll do that. And then let's get these lined up here. Okay, does that cover everything down here? I think it does. And especially if we get rid of this guy and put one more in there. Okay, so now the question is, how many miners do we have up here? Okay, so that's 195. I think, especially once we get to, so right now we're at mining productivity 10%. And mining productivity 20% is coming soon. And so at that point, it's 25 miners per yellow belt. And so at 195, that's almost 8 yellow belts worth of stuff. However, I think some of these lines, that one's okay, but like this one has more than 25 in it, right? That has 26, that has 29, this definitely has more. So I think some of these are going to end up needing to become red belts. But we don't have very many of those getting produced at the base at the moment. So let's do the following. I think we're going to need to start asking for some of these. Let's just get a bunch of red belts. We are going to need a bunch of red undergrounds. We are going to need red splitters, although 50 is probably enough. Who's getting attacked here? Got a group of people coming across there. Okay, we'll have to go fix that business. Okay, we're going to need to up the miner count to 200, obviously. And we may need more of these as well, at least when we first lay it out. And we'll up this to 500. Okay, I think that'll be the stuff that we need for the outpost here. So let's see if we need to go do something about those biters working their way through the southwestern corner of the base there. And let's see, as we come back to base, I think we need to do a couple of things here. So one thing is we obviously have to start producing more of the red belt stuff. And we also just finished researching nuclear power. Speaking of which, how many shiny rocks are we up to now? Okay, 20. All right, we're getting there. That's okay. We're recovering from our prior loss. Okay, so I'm gonna park down in here. Oh, let's see. No, I'm not doing that yet. First, I'm gonna go, because I think the biters just disconnected the power to that first iron outpost over here. So I want to fix that. Yeah, they did. Look, they got rid of this stuff here. So I think we can, whoops, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Okay, now we're back restored, and that all looks good. Okay. All right, let's come over here and let's do a little mall prep work. Okay. So first we want to come down to the red belt area. I think now that we're going to produce them in earnest, we should upgrade these to fast inserters, probably. Like so. You could probably use as many gears as you can get. We can move you out here. We can give you more gears, and we can give you more stuff up here too. And then, let's see, let's make sure we're only doing 50 here. I think we said we wanted 100. And here we have this, what is this set to? This is set to 100, and we asked for 500, so let's get 500. All right, so that's gonna take a little bit of time to go make. Now, the other thing we can do is we can get going on some of the stuff we need for nuclear power. So, the first thing there is obviously a nuclear reactor. So let's filter these to nuclear reactors. These are pretty expensive, so I think we'll just build these one at a time. Okay, you're making nuclear reactors. You need a light, because sure. Let's see, you also need this concrete, so I can also give you concrete by doing that. Now that gives you concrete. You need copper and steel, which I can give you that way. And then you need red circuits, which should be here, although there seems to be a notable lack of red circuits. So we'll go investigate that shortly. Okay, next thing we're going to need is a heat exchangers. With one nuclear reactor, it can support 4 heat exchangers. So we'll start with that. We'll say heat exchangers less than 4. And then you take copper and steel, which can be had there, and you get pipes, which can be had there. Okay. Next are going to be steam turbines. Okay, and the next ratio here is going to be 4 heat exchangers can support 7 steam turbines. So we'll do that next. So you're going to filter to steam turbines. We want you to get 7. And then you need copper, which is there. And then you need gears and pipes, which are there and there. Okay, and then the last thing we need are heat pipes. And it's a little, I don't know, without a specific blueprint in mind, it's a little unpredictable how much of this we might need. So I'm just gonna make a bunch of it, and we'll make 50. We'll see where that gets us. You're gonna make heat pipes, and you need copper and steel, so you need those guys. Okay, so let's go take a look at what's going on with red circuits here. Not very much is coming through here. And it would appear to be because we are short on plastic, which would appear to be because we're short on petroleum gas. Okay, what's getting attacked now? Oh, these guys got attacked, but that's okay. They did their job. And it would appear all of our refineries are busy processing away, but we do have lots of oil. So I think what we want to do is, I think we just need more refineries, to be honest. So let's see, this is where we're lined up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And see, this is the benefit of having like gone and done all of that mall work up at the beginning, including things that maybe you don't build a lot of, like refineries. But you know, now we can just come and do this, and hopefully when we come back, we get more petroleum gas going. Okay, and then Now, I think before we go build the outpost, the other thing that we're going to need to do, and I think we may just have enough time to do this, is we're going to do some... All right, you're getting... okay. Let's get... I can't see over here, so let's get some radar in that area. Something's obviously chewing on you. And there, you blew up. Okay. All right. Sorry. Oh, yeah. So we're about to now add multiple trains. We're going to have multiple trains, multiple stations, both for picking up and dropping off iron ore. That's what we're about to do here. And so to do that, we're going to need some signaling work. Oh, hey, look at that. We are done with the opening iron patch. Okay, how about that? Okay, now, in order to do this, what we really want is we want to know how many trains should come here. And this is a system that, I'm going to give credit here. I learned from watching some of Nilaus's videos on YouTube. But the first thing we do is we wire up all of... I think I missed this one. Nope. Nope, that was... Okay, it was wired. Okay, never mind. These are all wired up. Oh yeah, okay. And so now what we should be seeing is we're seeing the total amount of ore in the boxes in here. Okay, but actually, let's see. This is what we actually want to do is we actually want to go to the iron outpost first, because it's a little easier to do the provider station signaling here. So let's run up there. Oh. Okay. Let's run up there quickly. Oh, here's some guys. Hi, guys. I guess we'll... Whoa, train! That was close. Okay. All right, so we want to be in here. Is there anything dead in here? There's a few things dead in here. And we can deconstruct them. It doesn't, not super important. I guess it does mean that, like, hey, we're not sort of draining electricity. So that's okay. That's nice. But then also, those extras, those can be filled in here for repairs if we need it. Okay, so let's paste our wires in. So this should wire up all of the boxes. So let's see if that's the case. Okay, so yes, so we've got a lot of stuff in here. Okay, now what we want to do is the idea here is what we want to do is we want to manipulate the limit here. Right now we've got it hard coded to 2 and says, like, don't send more than 2 trains to this particular station. And that's because 1 fits here and 1 fits here. And that's okay, but we really don't want trains coming here unless there is sort of a train load of stuff for them to pick up. And so what we're going to do is we're going to look in the boxes, and we're going to figure out how many train loads worth of material are in here. And so we certainly should not send more trains than that. But then also, what's the maximum sort of number of trains we can accommodate physically with sort of, waiting areas and stuff, which in this case is 2. So really we want to set the limit to 0, 1, or 2 as we go here. And so here's how we're going to do that. So we need to set a couple variables in here. So the first one is that max number of trains. Okay, so we can say 2 trains. And then we need to know how much material can a train carry. So if we look at a cargo wagon, where is a cargo wagon? I must have them. Here they are. All right, so we'll stick one here. Okay, so it's got 40 slots. So let's get a calculator. Okay, so we've got 40 slots. we have 50 ore in each stack. And then we've got 4 cargo wagons per train. So that is 8,000 in a train load. So we're going to say a train load is 8,000. Okay. And that's the configuration that we need here for this train. Now, let's do a couple of things. Now, here's where the arithmetic comes in. Okay, so the first thing we want to do, right now we're getting a signal that says I have 57,000 ore, but the calculations we're about to do are not dependent on the fact that it's iron ore. So, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to convert, we're going to say whatever you have there, add 0 to it and output A. So that's basically going to say the material is going to be A. And you can see over here, input signal, output signal, it's the same number, we've just converted it to A. And so now we can copy paste this on and use this in stations other than iron ore, and we won't have to change any of the circuitry. So that's a good deal. Okay, next what we want are we want to connect the A and the train, and we want to say, okay, the amount of material that we have divided by the size of a train load of cargo, okay? And we're going to say that is going to be N. So N is the number of train loads of cargo we have. And we can see here, right, it is currently listed as 7, right? So 7 times 8,000 is 56,000. So this is going to round down because it's integer arithmetic. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, so then the next thing that we need are 2 decider combinators. And so here's where we are going to figure out what the limit should look like. So I'm going to alternate now. We're going to connect our configuration on the constant combinator and our N here, like so. And so the first thing we're going to look at is if N is less than the number of trains, then output N. Whoops. So in this case, we're saying we're limited by the amount of available cargo here. Okay. And then we're going to do the opposite test here on this one. So if N is greater than or equal to trains, max number of trains. So in this case, and this is the case we're in now, right? We have 7 train loads of stuff, but we can only accommodate 2 trains here at this station. So here we're going to output trains, okay? So the number of trains. So that should be outputting 2, which we can see. Output signal is 2 trains, okay? And then the final thing we're going to do is we're going to we are likewise going to say, okay, now give me both of these outputs, and only one of these 2 should be generating an output at any given point in time, right? Because they're opposite conditions. N is less than train and greater than or equal to train, right? So only one of these 2. And so whichever one we get, we're going to say, well, regardless of what you got, add 0 to it and output L. Okay, because that's going to be our limit. And so this is another way of saying, give me the minimum of N or the number of trains, okay, which in this case should be 2. So we should be seeing an L of 2. Okay, so then we can connect this out to the station, and then we can say, okay, I'm going to set the train limit to L. And we can see this is now being governed by that. And I think just for fun, we could one, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Okay, so let's get a little more power. And now the other thing that we can do is we can say, okay, give me this L, and I'm going to connect these guys here. And I'm going to say, okay, this is going to be true, or actually, that's not actually what I want. What I actually want, I don't want L. Whoops. I don't want L. What I really want is N. Okay, so here's the N. And so I'm going to take the N from here, and I'm going to put it here. Okay, and so I'm going to say, how many train loads of stuff do I have? So I'm going to say if n is greater than 0, light up the first lamp. If it's greater than 1, light up the second lamp. If it's greater than 2, light up the third lamp, etc. And so this way we can see sort of at a glance how many train loads we have here. It's 4. I just did that one. This will be 5. And this will be 6. Actually, let's just make it 8 just to make sure that that turns off. Okay, good. So I think this should be 6, right? 6, that's 6, that's 5. Okay, so that is a provider station. Okay, and we can see how much cargo is, how many cargo loads are present just by looking at that. Okay, so we can pick that up. Okay, so now let's do the receiving side. And actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this stuff. Because the receiving side is almost exactly like this. Okay, let's go back to the receiving side. Okay, which is going to be down here. Okay, now we have fewer refineries going. Does that mean we're making more plastic? Now we're back. Wait a minute. I don't know. Maybe now we're working. Are we working plastic okay? Now we're working plastic okay. Right? Yeah, now we got plastic. Okay, good. That did fix it. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, so let's come down to our iron ore receiving station, which is going to be down here. Okay. And now we want something that is almost like that. So let's get this thing. So we're going to put that there. And fit that stuff in. And we've got the wires up. Okay. But what we're going to do is we're going to change a couple of things. So instead of wanting to know how much cargo do we have here, what we really want to know is how much empty space is in here. Okay. And so what that is, the amount of empty space is going to be, and it's really how many train loads of empty space do we have is what we really want. So one question is so we need to basically take the total capacity of all these boxes, that's the maximum number of potential empty space, minus the contents that are in there. And so we can actually do that like so. Let's get this in here. So we can actually set A here is what we want to do. Okay, so let's figure this out. Okay, steel box has 48 slots. So here's where we need a calculator. Okay, so 48 slots per box times 50 ore per slot, and then we have 24 boxes. Okay, 57,600. Whoops. Remember this number. 57,600. Okay, so what we want to do is we actually want to say this is the max amount we can have, 57,600. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to change this. Instead of converting it to A this way, we're going to multiply by -1. Okay, and so what that does, it should be the case that we've got 48K iron in there. And so the last thing we need to do, and so it should be the case that, yeah, we see A over here is 9.2, right? So that is the 57 minus the 48, right? And that leaves 9.2. So we can accommodate 1 train worth of incoming space. And so, yeah, then that should work okay. The question is, N is 1, so I think we don't have this wired in, right? Because we need to get this N from here into that guy. No, it was already wired in. Okay, that's interesting. All right, this end to here. Oh, I think it is lit up. Okay, it's just daytime, so it's hard to see. Okay, so that's all working the same. And then the last thing we do is we say, okay, this limit goes to the station, and we say set train limit, and we can see the train limit is now set to the 1 extra train load we can accommodate. Okay, and that's how provider stations, or sorry, receiver requester stations are going to work. Who are you, and why are you here? Why are you routing through the iron ore to get back to the copper ore is a good question. It's because we're missing some of this stuff here, right there. Okay, you are missing that stuff. Okay, so we kind of back you out of here and put you where you're supposed to be. Okay, let's put you in manual mode, and let's start backing you up. Don't try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now I should be able to hop out, and I should be able to say, okay, go do your automated thing. Okay, nice. All right, where are we? Ooh, we have lots of red belts, so that's good. And what else? We have some dead miners over here. These guys are dead. That guy's dead. Okay. Very nice. And then I think, who's getting attacked now? You're getting attacked over here again? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, I guess we have to go do something about that real quick before we end the episode here. Okay, let's see what we can do up here. Okay, you chomped on the... Oh, there you are. Okay, that must mean that there's... Who's over this way is the question. Where's the pollution cloud? Could be kind of any of these guys. Maybe it's these guys? I don't know. Maybe we need to like venture out this way and see if they seem to always come over from this direction. So those are all worms down there. Those are all worms. Those are we don't have to worry about those guys. I think let's just clear this one little base up here and see if that helps us out. Okay, let's get ourselves a tank. Ammo. That wasn't ammo. That's ammo. Okay, let's hop in. Let's get poison capsules. Do I even need poison capsules? It would appear I don't. Okay. No, so it wasn't these guys because it was spitters. That was a spitter that we saw destroying our power pole. So I'm gonna go one more further out. One more base further out. Ooh, look at all these worms over here. Okay. That's gonna be fun. Let's poison for all of you guys. All right. It seemed like it was more dangerous than I think it ended up being. All right, now we got the nests. Uh-oh. Back up. Can I back up? I'm stuck. Dang it, I'm in the poison. Okay, we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Fortunately, we got all the worms. All right, we got them all. Oof, that was brutal. Lost the tank to a rock. Our tank was destroyed by a rock. Okay. Well, we'll have to go get ourselves a new tank. But hopefully this buys us a little bit of time, and we'll head back to the base. Little shamefaced. Oh, do I have no fuel? I have no fuel. Oh my gosh. How embarrassing. It was all in the tank. Okay. I'll get a little bit of wood. This is funny. All right, there we go. Car. Where's my wood? Oh, it's in here. Turn this off. Put these back here. Now I can put the wood in here, and I can get safely back to base. All right, well, let's go pose next to our cool train logic stations. That'll be a nice place to end up with a screenshot. We can turn our logistics back on. We'll get it nicely zoomed in there. There we go. Great. So now we're set up to add our next iron stations, and we'll do that next episode because now we have all the stuff we need to finish building that outpost. So as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Until then, bye.